Right now, you are holding a rectangle with every song ever recorded, every film ever made, and a live feed of 8 billion people. And you are bored. So here's a question you never asked. How did people survive boredom when there was nothing? No screens, no books for most of them, no electricity, just a room and a very long evening. The answer is stranger than you think, because boredom did not just bore people. In one case, it killed them. Stay for that. It involves monks. First, a fact that sounds fake. The word boredom is younger than the train. English did not have the word until 1852. Charles Dickens invented it in a novel and used bored to death 6 times. But the feeling is ancient. People just called it other things. The Romans had a word, tedium, a heavy, sickening dullness. The philosopher Seneca described boredom as a kind of nausea. He asked, "How long the same thing?" And he wrote that 2,000 years ago. Even Roman teenagers left proof. The walls of Pompeii are covered in graffiti. Bored people scratching their names into stone because there was nothing else. So if boredom is this old, what did people actually do? Let's start early. Go back 100,000 years. Humans had a lot of free time. This surprises people. We imagine cavemen working every waking second. They did not. Studies of modern hunter-gatherers show a short workday. Some worked as little as 15 hours a week. The rest was free. So what do you do with a free afternoon and no phone? You make things. The oldest known jewelry is around 75,000 years old. Shell beads, drilled by hand for no reason except to have them. Drilling one shell with a stone took hours. That is a bored afternoon. The same thing happened with music. The oldest instrument is a flute, carved from a bird bone. 40,000 years old. Someone with a free evening and a hollow bone invented music. Not because they had to, because staring at a cave wall gets old. And then they painted the wall. Cave paintings across the world, made by people filling the dark hours. Boredom did not slow humans down. It is where art came from. Which brings us to the people who turned doing nothing into a lifestyle. The Greeks and Romans. And they had opinions about it. For the rich, boredom was almost a hobby. They had slaves for the work. So they filled their days with feasts, games, gossip, and complaining. Mostly complaining. Roman writers whined about being bored constantly. One Roman official got a public monument for saving a town from boredom. How he did it, nobody wrote down, which is a little funny. But the strangest chapter belongs to people who chose boredom on purpose. Early Christian monks. They went into the desert to be alone with God. Same prayers, same cell, same sand, every single day. And they discovered something that nearly broke them. A specific dread that arrived every day at the same hour. Midday. The sun would seem to stop. The day would feel 50 hours long. They could not focus. They could not pray. They just wanted to leave. They gave this feeling a name, Acedia, and they blamed a specific creature for it, the noonday demon. In 395, a monk named Evagrius wrote a description of it. He said, and I quote, "The demon of Acedia is the most oppressive of all the demons. It attacks around the 4th hour and besieges the soul until the 8th. That is, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. A demon with office hours." Here is where it stops being funny. For monks, boredom was not just unpleasant, it was a deadly sin. Acedia was one of the original 8 evil thoughts, the root of sloth, and the historical record is dark. A history of European morals noted that melancholy, leading to despair, was common in monasteries. Many of the recorded medieval suicides were monks. They went to the desert to escape the world and found the emptiest enemy of all. The cure they invented was almost too simple. Work with your hands. One monk wove baskets all day, then burned them, then wove them again. Pointless work, on purpose, just to keep the demon away. Turns out, keeping busy has been the answer for a very long time. For most of history, boredom was a luxury only the rich could afford. If you were a peasant, your day was full of work from dawn to dark. But even peasants had festivals, dozens of them a year. Feast days, dancing, drinking, games in the village square. Boredom, the everyday kind, only exploded when 2 things arrived: clocks and factories. Before clocks, time was loose. The sun was up, the sun was down. Factories chopped the day into identical, measured, repeated hours. Suddenly, millions of people did the same dull motion all day, watching a clock. That is when boredom became a everyday, everybody feeling. And right on cue, in 1852, the word boredom was born. The feeling got a name the moment the modern world mass-produced it. Then came the fix, an entire industry built to kill boredom. Theater, then cheap novels, then radio, then television, then this. And here is the twist nobody expected. The more tools we built to escape boredom, the more bored we got. Psychologists have a name for it now: boredom in the middle of plenty. Your brain was built to fill silence with your own thoughts. The cave painter had silence. The monk had too much of it. You have none. Every gap is filled before your mind can wander. The people with nothing invented art, music, and stories. You have everything, and you refresh the same feed. So here's the fact we promised. Boredom is not a modern problem. It is a modern diagnosis of an ancient signal. For the monks, that signal felt like a demon that could end the life. For you, it is the itch to grab your phone in an elevator. Same signal. Your brain saying, "This moment is empty. Do something with it." The ancients answered with a flute, a wall, a prayer, a basket. You answer with a screen that makes the boredom come back faster. Time for the verdict. Surviving boredom before screens, reviewed honestly. The bad. The tedium was real, and for some, it was genuinely dangerous. The good. With nothing to consume, people created instead. They came out of empty evenings with music, art, and philosophy. We come out of full evenings with a sore thumb. So the rating is not 1 star this time. Boredom before screens earns a surprising 3. Awful in the moment, excellent for the species. Fleas included, obviously. Next time, close the app for 1 hour. See what your brain does. It might just paint a wall. And next time on the channel, you need surgery. The good news? Your surgeon is the fastest knife in the country. The bad news? You will be awake for all of it. See you then.